Hello.
Hello, and how are you today? Is your day going better?
Yeah, no, we're good. It's just the people just do what they do.
The pe-
So
Oh
yeah.
no, oh no. Well, welcome, everybody to the commentary zone. We have a special show today. We are doing on the docket this week in Twitter and Instagram. Welcome, everybody to the show. Thanks for coming back, y'all. We really appreciate it. And as you enter the room, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, hit that notification bell, and subscribe while you're at it. All right, Jamal, take it away.
Yes. So just just some interesting little tidbits on the other platforms this week. The first one I want to do is regarding Paul and his mom. So give me one moment.
And this is Paul from 90 Days.
Paul from 90 Day.
Paul, is he still with
Karini.
the yeah?
Yeah, and this post is courtesy of John Yates on Instagram. So shout out to John Yates 327 TV. And the post, this is from Paul. The post says, "Breaks my heart here in the USA. My mother never wants to see my kids anymore. I just asked her if she would like to see them for Halloween, and I got a loud no. She ended up she ended up blocking our phone number and got frustrated. We hired a babysitter to help us with the kids when we are working, or Karini is in college. She believes Karina should drop out of school and be a full-time mother. I do not remember the last time she came to our house to visit. In Brazil, Karini's family loves seeing our kids daily. Here, they seem to be a burden. I mean, it's Halloween. I would hope she would at least see their costumes." So,
Well,
so what do you think about that? Like, what do you?
let's just call a thing a thing. Remember when Paul and Karini had moved back to the States?
Mm-hmm.
It seemed like Paul's mom was paying for everything. And she had
Right.
a sick spouse at the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it makes us think that things have changed at all. Maybe she don't want to see them kids because she don't got no money in her purse.
I
I don't
just,
know.
but it's just to me. I don't understand why post this. Here's the reason why. To me, there's context missing. There's a lot of context missing. The reason why is because remember, the grandma, Paul's mom loves those grandkids.
Mhm.
She loves her grandkids. I
Hey,
mean,
Archimedes girl,
and for me,
welcome.
and for me to see her have this change of heart so quick, that generally doesn't happen. So I'm like, what else? What else happened, Paul, before she said this? That's what I want to know.
Here's how I interpret that post. Paul's mom is not about not seeing the grandkids.
Hmm.
Paul's mom don't want to see Paul.
Okay, there we go.
That's how I translate that. And he's putting it on the kids, like the dirtbag that he is. Um, but no, I think she loves her grandkids. I think it's questionable her feelings for Paul.
I agree. That's because I'm like, why would you put this out? Like, to me, it's like you're purposely putting out something to make your mom look bad.
Mm-hmm. Okay, back in why? Why are they back in the United
Correct.
States? Oh,
That's my thing. Are they trying to get back on 90 Day Fiance?
probably.
Just saying. This is a shame. This is a real shame. Like, you don't do stuff like that. You don't do stuff like that. And Paul, um, get it together.
But wait a minute. If she does have a sick spouse at home, right?
Hmm.
Why bring young children into that situation? If it's only about seeing the kids for Halloween, couldn't you take a picture and send it to her?
Exactly. You could have taken a picture. You could have posted. There's a lot of things you could have done.
The Korean in the past too. Paul always putting people on blast on
Social
social
media,
media.
Always.
And 9 times out of 10, it don't make sense. But oh well. Paul is irresponsible. Yep.
He really is. Are we ready to move on to the next little tidbit? All right. So now this comes from the land of sister wives. All right. Let me share this. All right. So it says Christine's decision to leave comes with a great deal of sadness. We enjoyed many years together and have a large amount of respect and admiration for her. Although we are moving forward on different paths, we will always remain committed parents. This is from Cody's Instagram. Okay, are we really shocked?
No. Well, I thought Mary would have been the first one, but well, she kind of was. She actually got a whole business in another state.
Right.
Christine, though, from the time she started saying, I don't want to be in the basement or the basement wife or something like that, we all knew that she's about ready to run.
Yeah. And Yanni has a good point. Let's see. Don't you all this is suspicious the season starts in 3 weeks? Yeah.
Well, this is the season.
Right.
Yeah. Her making the decision to sell her house and move back to Utah with her kids. That's their season. And Robin is going to be running everywhere trying to put band-aids on everything, like trying to fix it.
And we're going to see the turmoil of Christine's dramatic decision to leave the family.
And Janelle going to be roasting herself in an RV in the middle of nowhere on Coyote Pass. Probably watching them U-Haul trucks with all of their valuables in them.
I'm looking forward to this. I want to see Janelle in the RV, actually.
I don't.
Why not?
When has Janelle ever been interesting? When?
The RV can be interesting.
No, I can tell you the last time Janelle was interesting. They was in Damwell, Utah. And it was for a split second. Because I think she had a checkbook in her hand and she was writing a check.
Stop it. Yanni says to the cameras, but behind the scenes, Robin said, oh, yeah, of course.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Cody got a lot of explaining to do, how he screwed up all these women's lives.
Yanni says, I saw the commercial, Janelle asked for the land and leave her alone. That is good. I like that. Just give me the land, leave me alone.
The season finale should be like the sheriff coming over there, evicting her off the land, her and that RV. Oh, she wants Cody to give her the land?
Yeah, that's the way I took the comment.
For what reason?
The RV?
Ain't it a rental?
No, I thought she bought it.
No, that was the estimated price, but with what money she was buying it with? She's renting that.
Oh, I think you may be right. Cause I think she said they couldn't find a proper house, so they got the RV until they found the perfect house for them. You're right. It's a rental.
Yeah, that's a rental. Like they ain't got no money to. You know why they couldn't find a house? They ain't got no money to find a house.
Yeah.
And over at Flagstaff seemed like, or they must have been just looking at really expensive houses. I don't know. But they had high rent. That was a waste to me. Like Mary's house. It was like 7 bedrooms or something like that. Remember the very first one she had?
She said no one's gonna live with me. That was hilarious.
And yet you go and buy rent a 7-bedroom house. Made no sense. But again, she's still in that first wife headspace. Oh my God. Beyond stupid. They still
left Las Vegas. I was still mad at that.
Okay, so wait. Yanni said, remember how they get paid? Only Cody's salary instead of all of them. Wait, what? Only Cody gets paid?
Right.
Huh? I know you lying.
Mm-mm.
These women don't get paid a salary?
No, he gets paid. And he's supposed to split amongst them. I remember hearing something about that a couple of years ago. And I was shocked.
Divide the money by 4 so Mary uses. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm. Ain't that a trip?
I know it couldn't have been me.
No.
Okay. You learn something new
Okay.
every day.
Wait a minute. Yanni says no. They only paying all of them what they used to pay Cody.
Oh, I know they got the huge pay cut.
Yeah.
That was like 2 seasons ago or something.
Yep.
When they were supposed to be canceled, but Cody went
Yes.
and begged them. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Poor Cody.
So all he got left is well, Mary moved to the bed and breakfast, ain't it? Because when her mother passed, rest her soul, her daughter and daughter-in-law were over there. But I think she moved over there too.
That's what I thought. That's why I assumed that she moved to the bed and breakfast.
And wasn't Janelle thinking about going to North Carolina with her daughter?
Yep.
So basically, it's him and Robin.
Right.
What he wanted all this time. Good for him.
Yeah, get what you want.
And I don't want to see TLC bring up a show called Sister Wife.
Mm-mm.
They're not that interesting.
No. Are you ready to
Yeah.
next story? All right. So this comes from Bravo Snark side, and this one kind of tripped me out. I was like, really? This is what we do now? So let's see where we go. All righty. So this is from Bravo Snark side via page 6. Andy Cohen claims Bravo paid for Kim Richards' 2011 rehab stay. Andy Cohen says Bravo paid for Kim's rehab as season 1 limo fight is brought back out in the new book, but I'm missing a few details. Swipe for article and video clip. So if you want to see the clips and everything, you can go to Bravo Snark site on Instagram. They are fantastic. It's one of my favorite pages, so shout out to them. And this page 6 article came out November 1st, 2021. What do you think about that?
I wouldn't be surprised. Kim was looking rough and then got beat up at the end of that season in the limo. Not physically beat up, but emotionally beat up. And then I could see them just, filing it under insurance and sending her to rehab to get her ready for season 2 for the second pummeling.
Right. But I wonder, this stuff's coming out makes me want to almost read the book. Keyword almost.
I don't think we'll have to with the amount of clips that are being dropped.
Well, I want to see the full context. So did he just say like, oh, we did all this for Kim, we paid for her rehab. I want to know how this conversation came about, because this is not something you talk about like at the water cooler. Like, yeah, how was your day? Yeah, blah blah blah. Or you're reminiscing, like, you remember back in 2011 when we paid for Kim's rehab. I mean, that just seems very odd.
Honestly, when I hear that, I'm just thinking NBC, Universal, Comcast, whoever the name is, just covering themselves because they don't want the liability of something happening to one of their current stars while under contract. You're just trying to get them clean and propped up until the next scene.
Right, because you don't want to seem like you're enabling the behavior.
Right. Like you're almost trying to help, but instead it's self-serving because they're a commodity. They're making you money, and you need them there because these two sisters are at it.
I could see it. But I mean, there's not something you talk about.
Well,
You know what I
Yanni
mean?
says it. Yeah, why talk about it? So unnecessary. Well, again, these are commodities. She's no longer on the show, so she's dispensable.
Or this could be her segue to come back.
I don't think Kathy wants her on there, and honestly, Kim is not
She's on the best
strong
basis.
enough. Yeah, she's not strong enough for this show. You saw when she came on there with Brandy, right? Kim wasn't.
Mm-mm.
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 And that was just like one little scene in Kyle's
Right.
bedroom, and she wasn't looking steady.
No. That like me from Kim too. I ain't gonna front. Kim was great, but it was like oof. It was hard to watch.
Listen, I'm not a fan of Kim, and just for those reasons, like you could see that this is not the best thing for her. That
Right.
she's not mentally equipped to handle this kind of environment where people are going at each other all the time. And it leads her to do things that are not healthy for her. I've always been of the opinion I could sacrifice Kim, stay off of this show. Stay off of this show.
I like Kim, like I said, but I agree with your points. This is not the environment for her.
Because it brings out the worst in her too. Like Kim is like one of those blonde Barbie dolls that everything is like rainbow and sunshine. I think that she's a really happy person when she's not on a film set.
True. But Yanni made a good point. But she needed the cash bad. Yeah.
Look. Let's call a thing a thing. Kathy can have her as the lady number 2 listed under household staff expenses in her household budget at the La Mansion. And that would be support for Kim, and Rick probably approves it every month.
Yeah, cash her out.
Does she still get? I wonder if she still gets any sort of maintenance from any of her ex-husbands, or at least the last one.
Right. I wonder if she has any royalties coming in too. I'm just curious.
Probably from this show, because once the show is over 100 episodes, it can be sold into syndication, and I think all these housewife shows are now on Peacock. They have to be getting something. And she has residuals from like the movies that she was in, probably.
Yeah.
If she was on lots of TV shows, so she's getting something.
Yeah, didn't he die?
Oh, the last husband? I knew one of her husbands died, but I didn't know which one in the order that he was, because she had about 4.
3 or 4.
Yeah. And I think she had babies with all of them.
Good job, Kim. Her mother, she learned well from her mother. Rest in peace.
And one of her husbands was in oil. Another one was in real estate. Like, she had money men.
I got one more. And this comes from Twitter. And this comes from the Real Housewives of Broke Ass Hills on Twitter.
Yeah, I like that name.
All right. So here's the tweet. Since Edwin's company is in the news again for being trash and protecting Dorit and Teddi Mellencamp. Oh, let me read it properly. I think I'm reading it wrong. Since Edwin's company is in the news again for being trash and protecting Dorit, and Teddi Mellencamp is a piece of human garbage that's unwilling to take accountability, let's do some looking around. So this is a long twit thread. I mean, I'm just gonna scroll down so you guys can see. This is how long it is. I'm gonna stop here because it's kind of interesting. According to Skyline's website, which is Edwin's company, they're the largest authorized dealer of Brinks. They're middlemen. Anyone know if Brinks was advertising during Beverly Hills when Teddy was on? Um, so let me go to this one. As a side note, just based off of the article, it seems like Edwin is a believer in prosperity gospel doctrine, which means if God likes you, you make lots of money. Keep going. So like yeah, they're just going through. So the highlight passage above is their response to criticisms. They're ripping off elderly clients, but the trick is they don't let them see the contract until day 5. Very gross. And that's what they're talking about. That's what the highlight. Yeah. So this is a long. Like, I'm just gonna scroll just so you guys can see how long. An employee review on Glassdoor that backs up being trained with deceitful sales tactics, and wage theft. Indeed, saying they don't assist with premiums for health insurance or have a cafeteria plan. So yeah, this is all like this is just a whole thread of stuff.
Oh my God.
The most spineless housewife of all time.
Oh, I saw that.
You
That
saw
came
this
up
one?
on my thread. Yeah, that particular tweet. Yeah.
She's written to retire her RB 123 agree.
Mm-mm.
So yeah, this is from the Real Housewives of Broke Ass Hoes on Twitter. Like I just want you guys to show this thread because it's super long and it's kind of funny with everyone weighing in. So what do you think on this one?
Eesh. It's do we have confirmation that he provided the security system for Dorit?
I'm looking for it. I'm trying to find that.
It's just messy that his name gets thrown into every burglary with these housewives, though.
You know what? I think if Teddy hadn't showed up to the scene, I don't think his name would have been brought up.
Exactly. But she was the first person
Her
that
and
I saw
Erica.
go there.
It was her
Then
and
Erica and Rinna. And then Kyle came way later. Did Garcelle and Sutton go? And poor Crystal, she probably don't know that side of town.
Mm-hmm.
Child.
I'm trying to do a quick little, see if I can find something on Reddit. They tend to keep up everything.
PK. Yeah, PK. Okay, so PK was in London. Dorit and the kids came back early. And it was their first night back in LA when everything happened that night. PK was supposed to come back later, but once he heard what happened, he got on the next flight and came home. This happened at night. Why would Dorit be alone in the house with the children, not have the security system on? True. I'm not sure. And Andy Cohen is saying, it's just amazing how this happened on the night that she says she bought everything retail.
Right. It's interesting because someone says, okay, some people think that Edwin used they used Edwin security. Somebody else says like she used a non-Edwin security system.
But why would any of these housewives use Edwin's security system after what happened to Kyle? And granted, the security system wasn't fully installed, but it is a history of someone that you know. I don't know.
I think for me, it's like, why would you have if you know your husband's gonna be out of town? Why would you do this, like redo the security system then?
They were redoing the security system?
Well, if it wasn't fully installed, I mean.
No, that was Kyle's house. Where was it? Remember, she had just moved into that new house.
Yes. Okay.
And they were doing the security and all that, and then they went away on a family trip, and that's when they broke in and got everything.
That's what I was wondering. Like Dorit, why would you do that? Like when your husband's in the house, that makes no sense.
With Dorit, I wonder if she was scheduled to come home, or if whoever was doing it was looking at the house for several days, seeing that nobody was there, and decided to do it that night, not realizing that the house wasn't empty.
Gotcha. That makes more sense.
Or it was, fraud. Which I hope not. PK.
I like that. I like the fact that he still has just real quick. It says I'm on the Skyline website. It says Skyline Edwin's story. Edwin is the founder and CEO of Skyline Security. Since joining the industry over 20 years ago as a salesperson, today Edwin is recognized as a pioneer and leader in the security and smart home space. Together with his wife, Teddy Mellencamp, blah blah, his last name of the Real House Beverly Hills. I'm gonna need you to take that off. She's not there no more.
What makes him a leader in security and whatever they said?
It says, I don't know. It says today, right? It just says today Edwin is recognized as a pioneer and leader in the security and smart home. It doesn't say how or why. It's just what's on his website.
So basically, I could have written that.
Essentially.
Okay. But as a mom with very small children alone in the house, first thing I would do was turn on the security system. True. But hey, I'm going to throw this out there to you, Yanni. What if, okay, so like how you have like your stuff that you do, and like if you have a partner, they have their stuff that they do. What if PK's job was to turn on the security system at night? She's come back from a long haul trip. She's got the 2 kids. She's uber tired. It's not ingrained in her head because usually that's something that PK does while she puts the kids down.
Right.
And, out of force of habit and tiredness, I'm just throwing it out there. It might have just slipped her mind.
Or normally, probably PK's the last to bed, which would make him the one to put the alarm on. And since she was probably had already put the kids upstairs, she probably just got into bed just out of habit.
I'm just throwing it out there. It could be. Teddy said he had the most advanced equipment. And then they broke into Kyle's house. Okay. Don't turn on the security system. They don't. Oh.
Well, it is true. I've heard that.
I know I do. If I'm paying for it.
Yep.
I'm just saying. I'm cheap like that.
I'm just saying. Like, if you're gonna pay for it, you need to use anything you pay for. So that's everybody. Those are our 4 stories. 3 from Instagram, 1 from Twitter. Please follow the pages that we used as sources. They're really good.
Yep, really all the good links to the tweets or posts are down below in the description.
Awesome. If I'm not wrong, there's another housewife that had his system got broken into and many clients. Wow.
Again, the track record. Why would you go with Edwin?
It's just weird.
But didn't they say something that it was like an inside job when Kyle's thing house got busted?
That was the theory that was out there. Yes.
That's not good, Edwin.
Oh, Edwin. But yeah, that tweet thread is long, so I'm gonna have to really look at it again. I just skimmed over it and just picked out the parts that seem relevant. But he said most people buy security and don't even turn it on. So yeah, you have to look at that. When the house is broken into, they do that. They do like, well, did you turn it on? They do go through that. Well, are we good, Debbie?
Yep, we is.
All right.
Good.
Thank you everyone for joining us.
Yeah,
So,
and give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button so that we can get pushed out into the algorithms. These algorithms.
yep, slow and steady.
Ay,
But
ay, ay.
I always enjoy this little show because just to see what people say and what they are talking about on these pages. So I hope everyone checks them out.
All right,
All right.
so any last words?
No, we're
We're
good.
good. So until next time,
But of course.
bye.
Bye.